No clue. No idea why I cannot make it go the way I want it to go. Like, it should be wide, but it's showing up on YouTube as very much long form. Like, and it's, is it flipped? No. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know how to fix that even. That's really annoying. Okay. I guess I have to rotate it and try to deal with it because I am apparently not allowed to do this like a normal person. I have to keep it this way. It won't let me go the other way. And now I'm bumping my camera all over the place. Yay me. Anyway. I have some water and I have pencil sketched this. I haven't decided what color I want to do this yet. I had the paper from, oh, there it is. Because I wanted to see like what colors they kind of used. So I'm going to line it in this sepia color. Yeah, I don't know why it's wanting me to... It's like rotate device. I'm not rotating the device because you won't let me do what I need to do. It's angry because I have it set up this way. But it won't let me do anything else, so yeah. Just adjusting some stuff. There we go. So I'm not entirely sure. I was just having some like doodling around on some stuff, so I'm gonna try to ink this the best I can. I'm using a very small fine liner, Winsor & Newton. I started drawing like, I don't know, like kind of like the inside of a bus or a hotel room or a hotel like lobby or something. I don't know. And then I was just like, well, I wasn't entirely happy with where that was going, so I turned it into this doodle thing, which I was kind of happy about. So I'm gonna try to paint it once I get the lines done. And I tried to freehand these circles, so don't come for me. I'm really bad at circles, apparently. I'm gonna paint over them in a dark enough color that nobody can see that, I hope. But I got these, the Kuretake Gansai Tambi Art Nouveau set. I've been trying to get it for about 6 months when I first saw them on YouTube. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I kind of want those. Those look really nice because I like the muted colors a lot. And I haven't been able to find them anywhere in stock. And every time they do like pop up like an email that's like, oh, this is in stock. And then I go to order them and they're no longer in stock. So I was like, okay, I'm probably never going to get them. And then a little while ago, I got a mail that was like, oh, we have them. And I actually got the mail, like it popped up as a notification. So I ordered it like right away because I was like, if I don't do it now, I'm probably never going to have the chance again because it will just be gone. I also have no idea what this is going to look like when I'm done. I was just trying to do some fun stuff with it. Something to do. It's actually been kind of humid here. I don't know how the weather's been by anybody else, but it doesn't usually get this warm. Like, this time of year is not usually that warm here, so I was kind of... The poor cat, she's just been walking around the house like she's dying. She does have water in regular places, and I moved her food by some place where there's like more of like airflow. But she doesn't really seem to know what she wants or where she wants to go. It would help if it wasn't raining so much, because then I could put her outside in her pen, but I can't do that because it's raining. And that wouldn't be very nice for her, so... Nothing over there. Well, Lee should probably move out of the way, huh? So what is anybody doing for the summer? People have plans or whatnot? Kids here still have a week left of school, so there's nothing really can be decided just yet, because they're just not certain what they want to do just right at the moment. At least mine's not. But she only has 1 year left, so... Which is good for her. She'll be really happy when she's done, and... There really is, like, a lot of stress involved in school, I think. I need to decide how I want these to fall, because I just kind of drew all of the lines. But I probably don't need all of the lines. Okay, if this one goes... I think I'll put those all behind, and then... I'm going to assume that the other person watching is someone from my family, because that's usually what happens. I was looking at a lot of different Art Nouveau books and websites and different art stuff to get some ideas on what to draw. Because it looked kind of fun. Could have probably inked this before I went live, but I don't know. I decided not to do that. It's still telling me to rotate my device. I am humming to myself. I need to not do that. But that's okay. Oh, people outside. I'm not closing my windows. I'm just not. It's too warm for that, so. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, let's see. I still need to get these ones. The only part about inking stuff is I bounce around too much. I usually don't bother with inking stuff, but I figured. This is really easy to do, by the way. It's circles and lines and half circles overlapping each other. So all that's left is these two now. I might be pressing a bit too hard for this pen. I can feel it, I think. It's a really tiny tip though, so yeah. It's only a 0.1. I should really be more careful, but it is what it is. Okay. When I drew this all the way out to the edge of the paper. but you can't really paint to the edge of the paper, so I had to tape over the edges. This one. Nope, touched it too close. And then the last one. Then we're gonna erase all this graphite because I don't want it on there. If I had used the water-soluble graphite, I wouldn't be so... I wouldn't care, but I did not use water-soluble graphite. Oh, hold on a second. Mostly because I didn't want to go looking for the water-soluble graphite pins. Because I couldn't see. I don't know, I just had this idea in my head and I wanted to draw it as fast as possible. And sometimes that just means you don't have time to go hunting for things like water-soluble graphite. So let's see. Yeah, it kind of got fixed, but not really. It's still only letting me watch it in like long form, and I would much rather it be like wide. But I think it's because I'm using my phone. But I don't have another alternative, so just gonna try and erase this. I noticed now I missed a line down there, but I can add that in after I'm done here. There are people looking for snacks, so there may be noise in the background. Okay, where's my thing for the... I know it's in here somewhere. Is it this one? No. Oh, that's fine. I'll just use my hand. I have a brush for this, but I don't know what I did with it. I probably hid it from the cat, and now I don't remember where it's at. Basically, that's usually what happens. That is a lot of eraser dust. Hold on. I just need to move it off of my table. Oh, that was annoyingly loud. Sorry. My phone likes to try to kill me with notifications. Even though I have turned them off, I don't know why it continues to do stupidly annoying things, but it does. There we go. Okay. I know it might look a little bit weird, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna move my water off camera because it makes it a little bit, I don't know, harder to see what I'm doing. So I have some brushes. I'm gonna be using these Kolinsky sable brushes, and also this Coom Memory Point, or yeah, I think it's Coom. It's a German brush. They're usually pretty good. So I haven't totally decided on the colors yet. I did swap these out. I do know that I want to use this one. I think it was the cobalt green. I'm looking on here to see where they are, because on here they're written in Japanese and I can't read Japanese. Um, but I know I want the cobalt green. It's the third. Oh, see, and they're not even in the right order, so it's like completely useless. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, there's numbers. Numbers! I will use the numbers. 503. So it's this one. Yes, so I will use this one. I always forget about the numbers. Because I kind of want these bases to be this green color. Oh, this might be too small. I might need a larger brush for this. I have this one. It is okay. I will switch to this one. It's the smallest one of these wool brushes that I have. And for anyone that's wondering, that's watching later, this is Kreatima 100% cotton watercolor paper. I don't know if you guys can get that outside of Denmark, for instance, but it is what I'm using right now. I didn't want to use my the really good stuff, but it works. It's okay. It's decent paper. I'm gonna get it as close to the edge on that as I can. More, little bit more water. I want these to be more watercolor-like instead of gouache-like. I know some people like to use them a little bit thicker, but I just want the colors like the watercolor texture. Even though most of these are pretty opaque, they don't have the same transparency as watercolor, but they're not supposed to, so it's fine. I'm just gonna make all the circles the same color, because that's useful. A little bit of cohesiveness. I might even use this color again in some of the other areas. These really are pretty colors though, I do like them. Trying not to go over the line too much. I totally messed up there, but that is okay. Mistakes happen. And we move on. Okay, more water for maybe a slightly darker shadow green color to come in along the bottom here. As if that's not gonna like cauliflower all over the place. Well, that's okay. We'll figure it out. When I did the swatches of these, it made like, I don't know, it's like it was granulating. It doesn't specify, but I can't read what that says. So I might have to play with that a bit more to figure out what it's capable of, because sometimes that's really nice. These don't actually spread that much either, so That's okay, I don't really want them to be spreading too much. Okay, so now we're gonna go on to something else so that it can dry, because I don't want to touch it by accident. Maybe go into this. Thinking this like coral pink color. Because if I don't actually touch the green, then it should be okay. And it seems to be there's enough of a gap there that I should be able to Sorry about the quiet, guys. I'm trying to focus. But I'm pretty sure I'm watching by myself, so. But that's okay. Just checking something. Okay. So now I know I want these two flowers to be pink. I want that one to be blues. And then this is obviously a leaf. So I think my plan here will be like, these will be like these pink colors here. And then the flowers themselves will be pink. Then we needed to see. So I want to take this Mars yellow maybe. We'll put that in inside here. And let that dry. Because I don't want to like go find a blow dryer. So we're just gonna let them dry. And then I think I'll put some color green. Should I make those vines? Thinking this gray green. I think this color. I think that should be the vine color. It's like green gray. I think I like that. So we'll use that. The cat is playing with a toy. Trying to darken it up a bit. It was just a bit lighter than I would like. But that's okay. Then the leaves. probably add some more stuff to this after these dry. That's okay. I love vines and twisty things. I used to like drawing those a lot. That's kind of partly where this came from. Kind of, sort of. Some of it, anyway. There's also, I was looking at this, and the circles inspired me on here. If you guys can see those. I didn't get it close enough, so now I'm moving it over, trying to find the right spot. There we go, maybe there? Yeah. But that's kind of where I took the inspiration for the circles. So kind of like them. And then the vines, that's just so much of the Art Nouveau style had so much with like various vines and flowers and floral anything, and they were very pretty though. Oh, the cat has found a toy to put under the sofa. I guess that's okay. At least she has decided that movement is inappropriate action. She's been sleeping most of the day. And I've been following her around the house with water bowls. So there's like 6 water bowls sitting around my house in various locations. All in an attempt to get her to drink more water. Because it's been so warm. She's not really used to that, so. Especially because it's usually pretty cold here. Last winter was, not winter, last summer, it was just pretty much cold the entire summer. We had like 1 week where it was decent. And the rest of the time it was just rain and cold. She was pretty happy. But, she's not very happy when it is very, very warm. So there's that. But who would be? I wouldn't be. I don't know too many people that are when they get too warm. And I can't imagine what she feels like with all that fluff. Hello, person. I saw somebody pop in. Oh, I forgot I taped it down to my table. I can't move it. Maybe I can move it anyway. The tape is more for the edges, not to... Tape is more for the edges. But I didn't want to wrap it all the way around the paper because then, I don't know. Every time I do that, I run the risk of ripping it more. So I'm just like, yeah, no, we're not going to do that today. I like that color. It is very dark though. But that's okay. Okay, and this one should technically have come off of this one, but that's okay. Oops. I almost did something very bad there. That would have been not so nice. Okay. So now where to paint. I gotta be careful that I don't accidentally touch something that's still wet. That's my main thing. I think I like... I think I like this beige, not this green gold maybe. For this. There are birds outside, apparently. Somebody is chirping away. Chibi, did you find the chickens? Because all birds are chickens. At least to the cat. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's a little funny. Well, or at the very least, I find it amusing. I find it funny that they're in the front of the house, though. They're usually in the backyard, but I think they ate all their seeds, so the kitten TV is broken. I hear you. Oops. Might be using too big of a brush for this part. That's okay. I'll figure it out. Just want the very first circle around them to be this color. Or maybe all of them. That's also possible. Because this one connects to this one, which... I guess that's okay. I just don't want it inside the parts it's not supposed to be in. And I don't want to totally paint over my lines either. Yeah, maybe this whole section here will be this green gold. I guess I don't have to be so careful here. That's okay. I might have to go over the other green things. That one turned out really dark. If I don't like it, I can paint over it. That is the one good thing about this being kind of opaque. Because if you're careful and you wait until the section is dry, if you really don't like it, you can kind of paint over it. Well, that's why the birds are out front. There's a dip in the pavement, and it's raining, so they are probably out there doing some kind of bath situation. Okay, I'm gonna turn this, try to get that point in there. Nice. That's definitely what this is like, really good for practice and the controlling the brush though. This brush is really soft because it's made out of wool, so it makes it it's really nice to paint with though, because it holds so much water and paint, but at the same time it's like sometimes it's like you're moving too much or it's bending too much or... This probably needs to be darkened up. It's too light. And this one too. That's okay. Okay. Okay, it's not too bad. Mm-hmm. Don't know what green this one is. Let's go with 506. No, wait. Let's go with 502 maybe. Billiard green. I'm gonna use that for the stems and the leaves of the plants themselves, because it sounds like a good idea. And we'll start it with a tiny, tiny, tiny bit more. Not too much though, because I don't need that much more of this one. Just a matter of trying to not paint more than I want. It's not too bad though. Also, if you were to leave some white spaces, if I was to, it would be fine because it could just be holes in the leaf. I would just fill them in with the background color and it would probably be completely okay. Wouldn't even notice. I'm leaving the stems, those sections blank on purpose, by the way. I want them to either be a different color or open. I haven't decided yet, but okay, so the next one for that section would probably be, let's see, I'm gonna use Potter's Pink. For this. It should be just a slightly different shade than that one. Chirpy kitten. I don't know if you guys can hear her or not, but she's just chirping away over there at the window. And now she's given up. She can't get them and they know it, so they like to irritate her, I guess. If it wasn't raining, I'd put her leash on and take her outside, but... Okay, and then we're gonna do... I think we're gonna go with... Let's go do the flower first. So we're gonna start with... pale aqua. And here. Cobalt Turquoise Light, which is the next one. GB, what are you doing? And then we'll let that dry and go back in with the grayish blue later. And then on those flowers, I said I wanted them to be because I think what I'll do is put it going with the mauve taupe. Or, yeah, I'm gonna go with the mauve taupe on this one. Kitten, what are you doing? She's trying to get into trouble. Okay, a little bit more water. Kitten, what are you doing? I'm gonna use pale pink. Wow, I keep sticking to my desk. It's kind of annoying. I'll let that one dry. And then I'm probably gonna need to have to decide on background color too at some point. Let's see. Okay, I think for a background color, I want to go with this one. It's the flax beige. Or maybe I'll change it up on them in different spots or something. Definitely a light color. But that's okay. I just don't want there to be too much white on the paper. If I don't like how this looks, I will just paint over it again later. As long as I don't touch the greens, they won't bleed out too much. So probably need more water. Because painting over them will smear them. That's the only... really the only major problem. I don't want to get around the flower, but I can paint the other stuff. Because getting too close to the flower would be bad. Because it would bleed into... And what did I just do? I got too close to the flower. It's okay. I will figure it out. This needs to be darkened up anyway. And this, I need to take some of this off here so I can put it in here. It's not too bad. It's not a bad color. It's a little dark over here, but that's okay. And now you can see the green broke off from in there when it shouldn't have been green, but that's okay. If I let it dry completely and fix it later, it should be fine. Hello? I just saw you over there. What do you think? Is it cool? Is it annoying? Is it weird? Yeah, I'm really liking these colors a lot, actually. Just gonna dab this around over here because I put way too much on there and I don't really want to waste it. This is that watercolor palette I've been trying to get a hold of for like 6 months. That's always sold out. Finally got my hands on one. I don't know if you would actually call this like exactly water. I mean, it's not the same as normal watercolor. It's... I think they use a different binder. Although there really is no information. Like, almost everything on the box is in Japanese, including the color names. But there's no pigment information at all. Which is very annoying. But it is what it is, so... And I think people have tried to, like, ask them what the pigment information is, and they don't share that information, so... Okay, I think those are okay wall-wise. I'm gonna try to fix this because I messed this up. Not so nice. It's very green over here. I'm gonna kind of cross my fingers and hope that this will dry less dark. I doubt that it will, but I can have my hopes. Okay, so now I'm going to see, let's see. I think I'm gonna take this. I think I'm gonna take this. What color is this? Alizarin Crimson. I'm gonna take Alizarin Crimson and do the next. Oh, I just do not set your hand in the paint, cat. That would be dumb. Maybe those little bits there will be like vermilion or something, but that's kind of orangey. So maybe I will go with like a mauve. Where did it go? I see that one was too dry when I added that darker green. I can see that now. This one looks good. Like this one down here. That one also looks really nice. That's okay. I'll just take my paper here and try to get that alizarin crimson off of that. Alright, I'm going to take one of these smaller brushes, probably this #1 brush, and this one, which is supposed to be grayish blue. And we're going to just come in here with this. I probably need more water on that for this to work. This one doesn't hold a whole lot of water, so because it is a very tiny brush. It's not the smallest that I have though. Could have an even smaller one. This is a #1. And then I was gonna grab an even smaller one. You say that, but I wish I had an ounce of your patience. Okay, come in here with this and make some very small little lines here, or try to. I kind of like that. Now I'm going to take this, what color is this? This is old mauve. So I'm going to take this old mauve color, and we're just going to take this and run it along the inside of the petals on this flower. And then we're going to take more of this, and where the petals are curved, just going to add it, make it a little darker in those sections, because otherwise we can't really see where things are like hidden and tucked underneath things and whatnot. Very gently. And now I'm more dry brushing, so there's not a lot of paint on here. I'm just trying to add the tiniest little bit of something to signify that there's something happening there. Hello! Now I'm gonna take my number 1 brush again and go back into the billiard green that I was using, which is, I still don't know where they are because, well, I'm still learning where they are. Okay, we're going to take that and come into these leaves here. And just try to fill them in as best as I can. Might darken them up a tiny bit if it's necessary. Here where I got that beige into the petal or into the leaf, I'm gonna try and fill that in. And then I also want to take this shadow green and, yeah, small brush, not enough water. That should be better. There we go. And try to fill this in. There we go. I'm going to do the same thing on these little sections here because I'm not entirely thrilled with how they look. Hello, Tropical Me, how are you? Yeah, I didn't like the open thing, so we're just closing them off because there we go. I think that looks better. Okay, so what color should I do these? I'm not quite sure. I'm also thinking that I want to take, maybe I'll do them in, okay, so I think that flower there, I want to do that in this saffron. I think the only other color we haven't used is the vermilion and that beige there, I think. Maybe I'll put some vermilion on this flower. And then that will be the last beige. I kind of wanted to use most of the colors. I haven't, well, actually, I don't want to use a whole lot of the vermilion. That's a bright color. It is really bright from when I swatched it out. So we'll just take the tiniest brush and put just a little bit of it in here. And we will also put some of it on this inner part here, which I'll also add more of that Venetian red again over it after. Paintbrushes. Okay, so then we'll just take the last, this was 19, 17, 304. Yeah, so I guess it would be okay if I used like this beigey color. Unless it looks horrible, then I'll paint over it, but we will see. No, not happy with that. Let's try the bright color. I mean, sometimes they did have like pops of really bright. So maybe. Well, I do kind of like that better though. It's a nice orangey color though, which is not too bad. Let's see. Then we just need to finish up some small details on the flowers like here. And I'm just pressing the brush down, like the very tip of the brush, down around in the middle, in the direction of the petals. So, just trying to make it so that they fit. And then we'll just add a little bit of this one. This is Venetian red and Mars yellow, by the way, in case anybody's curious. Ooh, that's one thing people should watch out for. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's like a drop of water on the ferrule of my paintbrush. And that would be really bad if that ended up on my picture. Really bad. I have done that before and made myself very upset because it was like I was almost done with something and it went all over everything. And it was completely ruined. Things happen. Ooh, don't do that. Off of the ferrule. It's just because I dipped the water, the paintbrush too far into the water. And then it picks up water onto the metal and just hangs out there until it falls off and ruins everything. Just trying to fill in where I missed some spots. I don't know if you guys can see them, but I can. I'm using the smaller brush because this is a really tiny area, some of these spots. So I don't want to get too much stuff going on in them. Oh, I see it. I see it. I am so bad with this sometimes with the water thing. And I know I am. I gotta pay more attention to what I'm doing. It happens. Come on, get over there. I want it to move where I want it to go, but I don't want it to get on the flower. Maybe if I switch to a slightly larger brush, maybe. Just have to be careful not to touch things I don't want to touch. Which usually means slowing down, which is something I have difficulties doing. Okay. I think they look better with the darker. It's not, hopefully things will start to cool off now that it's rained a bit. How's the weather by you guys? I should also probably say hi, Miss Elizabeth. For anybody watching later, that's my niece. And from what I understand, she's also turning into a pretty decent little artist. Someday she will even be better than me. Well, that's not actually that hard to do. Don't really know what to talk about on these. Like, if there's no people talking, I'm not really sure what to say. And I find it really difficult to just sit in quiet. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Background stuff is always the thing that takes the longest. Funnily enough, I don't know what to do with that, but that's okay. I'm just gonna try and finish this. I think I like that this side is a bit darker than that side. I'll just finish that flower. And then, yeah, I really gotta figure this like streaming thing out because I'm not entirely thrilled that it has this, that it's doing it in this way. Like, but I don't have a different camera, so I don't know if it's like, do I have to have some kind of separate software or something? Because I'm streaming directly from YouTube's app on the phone. It didn't do this last time I streamed, so I don't know if they changed something and I just didn't notice, or I don't know. I can almost not even see my lines. That's very sad. I probably should have used a thicker pen. Or I could have just avoided lining it all together. Probably. Oops. Also, had I known this was going to be the color I was going to go for, I could have just painted the whole background this color and painted over it. Because it would have been light enough. But now, no, now we're doing this. It happens. Okay. Hi, Bublito. Yes, a place completely free of sponges. There are no sponges here. I don't think the sponge likes me that much, so. How are you? Ah, work. Yes. Well, you can see what I'm doing. I had to try them out. I've been trying to get a hold of these watercolors forever. So I was like, nope, I have to test them. Oh, yeah, Paula. So Sponges is Choco Hooligan. It's one of the people that's one of Star Sans mods. And she calls herself a sponge, and she doesn't like frogs, which is Bublito. She thinks that all frogs must die. Which is quite sad, because frogs are awesome. They just are. Like, I don't know if you've seen this one yet. I'm not done with it yet, but I will pop it on here just so you can. There you go. Frog. I'm nowhere near done with it, but pastels take some patience that I just have not. I do not have the ability to reach for at the moment. So, yeah, we're just gonna leave it over there until I do have, because I don't want to ruin it. And that's just, I'm just trying to be careful so I don't totally mess it up. Oh, you haven't seen that one yet, have you? Yeah, I usually only show you my stuff when it's done, don't I? Yeah, pretty much. I got the reference photo off of Unsplash. It's just like this tiny little adorable frog that was like making a home in a flower. It was just so cute. And I was like, I have to draw that. So I did. Probably need more water. And more color, because I apparently ran out of color. Oh, wow. Okay. Oops. Well, you've been slacking, but I also haven't shown you, I don't think, so. I don't know if that's slacking or me slacking, because you couldn't have seen it if I didn't show it to you. Okay, I think what I need to do part of me wants to outline this in black, and another part of me is saying don't do it. Okay, so I think what I will do is this. I am going to take the tape off, and we're going to see what we think. I know it's not completely dry yet, but that's okay. Move, no, don't, off my fingers. Okay. So what do you guys think of this? I actually like this palette a lot. This is like it's like the Art Nouveau set, but it's been sold out everywhere. And it's I think it's 24 new colors. Yeah, 6 times 4. 24 new colors. I really like them, and they really go well together. So I think I'm just going to leave it as it is, because I'm pretty happy with that. Let me just find my brush pen here. Brush pen. And we're just going to find a small little tiny spot somewhere that's not wet. There. See, I signed it. There. Can't tell me I didn't sign it, Paula Person. So yeah, that's my personal take on the little Art Nouveau thing. I might try to do some more of these. This is a really cute, fun little palette. I like the colors. They're really easy to work with. These re-wet so easily. I don't even have to like pre-spray them. I wouldn't anyway, because there's like this cardboard thing in between each one of them, which I can't imagine would be good for the box to get soaked every time. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I need to erase those outer lines, and we just hope it doesn't ruin anything. Because I drew it all the way to the edge, because, well, apparently I don't know when to stop. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did, please give this a like. I'm actually going to leave this one up. And yeah, I will be posting something new soon. I just haven't had time because of real life stuff getting in the way. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great evening, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.